Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back. I'm on a book pick heading to Oneonta, New York. It's about a solid hour from me. Fairly decently sized Civil War collection, a lot of period stuff. The Civil War market, for me, I don't want to say it's steady necessarily. It's probably understeady. I mean, I do okay with most of it, but it's just an interesting market. I can't really put my thumb on it, but I do like this stuff, specifically if it's obviously related to the state or any niche type of material, and some of that is, like, say, Maine at Gettysburg, I believe, is one of the titles. Very specified for maybe that scholar. But anyways, Oneonta is a very nice town. Hartwick College is there as well. I used to kind of stomp up here a couple times in my younger days, back in my day, and have some fun. Pretty prosperous area for the most part. A lot of the students that go to Hartwick, they drive nicer cars than their teachers, so a lot of money up there. But anyhow, I will pan back to you guys, and if you haven't, and if you're new to the channel, hope you like and subscribe. My channel surrounds everything books. I'm in the used book business. I've been in it for a number of years now. I travel and buy all over this state and really all over the country if the buy is right. So okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you see something you like, let me know. Alright guys, so here's the Civil War book lot, and I'll show you some of these titles. And what I did basically was I was separating some of the ones on this end. These ones are Putnam's Records of the Rebellion. I've had this Bates set in before. I don't know if you can see it with the light. This set took me so long to sell. I bought it at auction years ago. I got this this is a photographic history of the Civil War 10-volume set. Very nice set. This is a cool book here. The Life of Colonel John Charles Fremont and his narrative explorations and adventures of Kansas, Nebraska, Oregon, and California. First edition, nice book. You see, and the thing is, from handling this kind of material constantly, like, I know I can't, like, pay, I have to pay X amount for this. This set sat for 5 years before I sold the dang thing. I think I made my money back out of it. So rate of sale is really important. Let me see. It's a little tough lighting here. But there are some really nice books. New York ones like this one, Civil War Record, 144th Regiment Volunteers, and this is actually signed over by the author, so really nice book. You got Pennsylvania, Ohio at Shiloh, there's Michigan. This is kind of a neat book. It's a second edition. This is The Burning of Chambersburg. Let me try to get it in the light, guys. Bear with me a minute. I thought this was a cool book if it was a first. Oh, baby. But it's a second, stated second. So there you go. Reverend B. Schneck, 1864. So really cool. I mean, I've spent a couple hours down here going through the different stuff. Some of them were a bit beat up, so I really predominantly made my offer on, the better stuff. But it was a lot of fun. Let's see what this is. Soldiers National Cemetery, Gettysburg. So it was a lot of fun going through this. Let me take you around to this side. So, I'll show you this set. This is a neat set. Let's see. This one I'm going to take some time and look more into. These are roster rolls in New York State. I'm sorry the lighting's a bit rough, guys, but working with what I got here. Okay. A record of the commissioned officers, non-commissioned officers, and privates, 1864. So that's neat. 3-volume, 3/4 leather. Greeley's. I've sold that before. Those ones are pretty beat up. Here's one. Minnesota. Let me get it into the light. Minnesota in the Civil War and Indian War. That's a second edition. I got a 2-volume Headley set in here. So overall, real cool. Okay guys, so I'm gonna get these loaded up, packed away, and get back to the shop and get to work because I got a ton of it to do. And then as I bring the books out, I'll show you some more finds, okay? Alright, I'm back at home base and I'm going to show you some more titles on the desk. I'm going to be working into the night and I'll show you them. I'm going to list some of these right now, and tomorrow I'll probably complete the video and show you more stuff. But if you're watching, Gary's the one who bought these books and sold them to me. I really appreciate it. Gary is a nice guy to work with. Collector, dealer in antiquities. And so yeah, it had some nice books and we were able to make a deal. Let's get to the table. This was the Headley set that I was talking about. It's a 2-volume set. The Great Rebellion. I've had this before, and Headley is an author that you'll want to look out for if you're in the field, because I have had success with his work. This is 1866, so that's a nice set. Let's take you here. This was neat. My Story of the War by Mary A. Livermore. And, I love stuff like this. And this is the kind of stuff that I find that people have more so interest in, unless if maybe it goes back and forth. But anyways, this is an account of the war by this woman. Flip the tissue guard. A woman's narrative of 4 years personal experience as nurse in the Union Army and in relief work at home and hospitals, camps, at the front during the War of the Rebellion. Very, very cool. Illustrated throughout. Pretty good. Well, it's got its issues, as you can see to the calf leather. This one here, Life Speeches and Public Services of Abraham Lincoln by Barrett. I would say probably a $40, $50 book. Nice book. This one here, An Affectionate Memory of Major General William Wells. This was owned by the family of Wells, actually. And so that's pretty neat. This one here, take in The First Year of the War. Now this, the Southern history of the war. So I do love the Southern stuff. Hold on, guys. Working with one hand as usual. No camera crew today. The First Year of the War, 1863. It's a reprinted one. This is cool. Now, if this one was in mint condition, that's a big money book. But both boards are detached. The spine is removed. But check this out. I'll still be able to sell it, just obviously not get even close to what I'd want. This is a handbook for active service containing practical instructions and campaign duties for the use of volunteers. That's 1861, at the beginning of the war. And throughout there are illustrations and all sorts of stuff in here. It's a portable field cooking thing. Diagrams, all sorts of neat stuff. So I personally think it's a cool book, but obviously, condition's a bit rough. Okay, guys, I know I showed you this earlier, but I want to get on the inside of it. This is just a beautifully conditioned book. It'll be one of the best out there, I'm sure of it, on the market. Report of the Select Committee, Soldiers National Cemetery, together with accompanying documents, as reported at House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, March 31st, 1864. Sorry, I'm stuttering. This is so cool. This is all about the Gettysburg here and the National Soldier Cemetery. You got a map right there of the battlefield. Pretty amazing. What I thought was really cool, there's a lot of cool stuff in this book. There's a pullout, and there it is. on the grounds of it, the National Cemetery. What else is cool is that they go by state, by the men who died and what they had on them. Like here's the Ohio Regiment. This guy had a testament and letter. They even wrote a pencil on that guy. Regiment knife, handkerchief, pipe, matchbox. There's Illinois. It's pretty amazing. Gold watch. Unknown had a purse, $5.30. Knife and tobacco box. I've seen him $8 red money. I mean, this is an amazing. There's an address right there. What an incredible book. It's a beautiful commemorative piece, 1864, after the war. I really love this book. That is special. Here's a General William T. Sherman book. There's a lot of memorial books. John Brown, a biography 50 years after, said John Brown's body. That's a band. Here's one on, I believe this is the naval history. Okay, the military and naval history of the rebellion in the United States. 1866 by W.J. Tenney. This has a bunch of illustrations. Let's see if we can find one. There's a pull-out map. There's colored illustrations. Really cool book. This condition's a little bit rough, but it'll sell. I have multiple copies of this. Pennsylvania at Gettysburg, Volume 1 and 2, revised edition. Very cool. Just giving you the quick overview. Here's one on Virginia. This is beat up, but that's removed, unfortunately. Not removed, but fallen out. The Peninsular Campaign in Virginia. Incidents and scenes. And here's the inside of this 10-volume set. Beautiful set. I know I briefly showed you guys this. You know, I've always wanted this set. The Photographic History of the Civil War. 10 volumes, 1912. Semi-Centennial Memorial. I just think they did a really nice job with this. Just filled with illustrations. So I'm processing all this. This is the next day. I have still a lot to go. I put up here New York in the War and the Rebellion. Excuse me. These ones are going to be accounted for, I'm sure. Muster Rolls, New York State. So very, very cool stuff. And I'm gonna keep taking them out and showing you guys. Okay, guys, this is gonna be the last clip I make. I'll just show you my shop quick. As you can see, it's a war zone again. So obviously I can't show you everything in these boxes because it's just too much to show. I do have multiple sets of that one. It's New York at Gettysburg, I believe. I'll show you this one. But yeah, so I'll be working into the night again. You know, making it happen with these books. So let me just show you the last pile. New York and the War of the Rebellion. I should do well with those. I found the Greeley set right here. It has rough condition issues, but it will sell. Just price accordingly. Grant and his campaigns. Nice book there. Let's look on the inside of this one. There's Grant. Looks like the title page is missing though, so that's going to affect it. Again, tons of memorial books. We have Messages and Papers of the Confederacy. I'll look for the second volume, Story of the Grand Army. This one here. This is a great title, actually. The Camp, the Battlefield, and the Hospital. I've had this before, and it sold well. The condition is very rough on this book. Again, there's a little bit of money to be made, though. You just got to price it right. Here's Maine at Gettysburg. I have 2 copies of that. 1863, the Annual Encyclopedia, as well as 64. And this one here, Brady War Photographs, The History of the Civil War by Benson Lossing. filled with these pamphlets of the war. So guys, that's going to be it for me. As you can see, I got a ton of work to do, but I wanted to get this video out there to you guys. I'm going to have a very busy weekend. I have picks lined up, individual book buys. I have a lot going on. Yeah, this is the life of a used book dealer. It's constant material, and I love it. I absolutely have a lot of fun. So Civil War is probably one of the better Civil War large book lots I've gotten in. See something you like, get a hold of me. Guys, till next time, take care. I'll see you on the next video.